So a couple of videos that have gone on in the past have said, Paul, you can only get them trailers in there because they're rear steer and you're spoiled and you're not a proper trucker. Well, this one isn't a rear steer. This is our step frame. And as you can see, we have fixed axles. And the only way of getting this in the yard is by jacking it around the gate and into the end bay. So you can just about see the entrance to the gate if I can zoom in a bit here. It's down there. There we go. That's the entrance to the gate. Now, because the yard is pretty full at the minute, we'd usually drive in there down the sort of end of the yard and back up to it, but that is unavailable at the minute. But not unlike the rear steer, we just approach it the same way. The only thing we have to do a bit different here is just work it a little bit harder to get the lock on. Very important here, turn your radio onto mute and put your elbow on the window here. And there she goes, she's working her way in there, absolutely lovely. Not jackknifing totally, the only difference with this compared to the others, so a slight difference with this trailer, it has got a high headboard, but it's alright because we have a Maisie rail, so the airlines do not get tangled up on this. Then when you're in about this position, all you want to do is just start letting the lock come off by itself. Look, you ain't even got to hold on to it, it'll pretty much do it itself. There she goes. Pick yourself a nice little shunting area, that'll be just about enough there. Just about taking enough of the lock off just to bend it around this gate pillar. That gate is actually opened inwards there, so it's a bit sort of 10 foot beyond that red strip. So just work its way around there, we should be good. Right, you can see us lined up with the cut there. We are aiming for the back of that very furthest blue trailer. That's the end one at the minute. We're in a perfect line here. We should be able to just go for it. As soon as we clear of the gate, we can start getting the lock back on the other way, just to get her turning. Look at that, eh? We've done it before. Bit of flopsome and jepsome down the back there, I've just noticed. Running it tight on the gate, just make sure you don't rip your mirrors off. One hard lock in, just crack it round. There's the object trailer, look at that. We should be spot on here. Feeding around, bit at a time. It's not a race this, you know what I mean? You ain't got to do it 100 miles an hour. Get a feel for what you're doing with the steering wheel, yeah? Lock on, lock off, whatever it is, it's half movements. Roll it on and off. Don't make it any harder. Last little bit, just brought the lock back off the steering, keeping her nice and straight. Just going to roll back till we hit the bump stop, and we'll be good. There we go. She's in. All you really want to be doing is being aware of the differences between the trailers. Now, obviously, the step frame is a lot longer than one of these rear steers. It also has a slightly different tail to it, and obviously the rear axles do not turn. But, you know, take a little bit more time with them. You have to push these a little bit harder as well because these are twin-wheeled as well, where these are single-wheeled. These are twins, so she does drag her arse a little bit. And there you go. I hope that helped you out a little bit. Happy trucking. Keep it lit. Woo!